All right, we are back. Welcome, boys. DJ Live FPL. This is another episode. Check it. This is for transfer tips, cause I know things have been happening. Game week 11 was a bit harsh, ndio. Game week 11 was a bit harsh, but kuna some players who have good fixtures, good form, who have potentially good attacking threat that I want us to discuss in this video. Now I say I pick just 4 players just to make it very easy for you. I can't suggest who you need to sell, for whom you can buy. I'll just point out essential players that you can buy. Na pia mimi na buy one of these players most likely, because I'm thinking of transferring out Maddison, because his next few fixtures don't look really promising, because he has Wolves. After Wolves ukona teams tu ngori, wacha niangalie. Yeah, after Wolves wanapatana na Aston Villa, and then Man City, and then West Ham, then Newcastle. So really it makes it hard to look if I'll be having Maddison for these game weeks. Na pia staki ku get so stuck on one player for long periods of time. I want to be adaptable, to be versatile in this game, na to be willing to make transfers and to also take risks. Sindio? So as I said, Maddison has Wolves away, Aston Villa at home, Man City away, then West Ham at home, then Newcastle at home. Now on paper they look like really hard fixtures, but Tottenham have proved that wako na the quality. Arsenal wame prove that they can get the job done. Whoever the opponent is, they can be a very solid team. So that is something to consider. Again, FPL punishes impatience, so I wouldn't want to have sold Maddison and then go for other options that probably I would have gotten more or less the same points, equal an unnecessary transfer. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe you most likely have another midfielder that probably hakupea points how you'd want them. So I think this should be an essential video to look at. Oh, before I start this video, I want to say that the factors that I used to consider and make a decision for this was starting place yako iko assured. Is this player assured of starting the games? Goes cause utaki kubai mse alafu unacheki fuck Pep amefanya mambo ya Pep ameanzisha Foden 65th minute. Hapana, unataka kukua sure humse anaweza anza. Unataka kujua probably he's playing 90 minutes. On a very good day, normal day, he can play 90 minutes. And then pia the fixtures need to be good. That is number 3. And the last one is the capacity of attacking threat. How little are you in front of posts? Unasaidia timu yako ku advance mbele. Nimse una prove you're getting the shots, you're driving against defenders, una push forward. If you're that person, you're in that group. And the first person I want to start with is Bowen from West Ham, currently valued at 7.5 million. In my squad, I can see that I bought him at 7.3 million. So I'm one of the few early investors, but I think early investors will buy at 7M. And look, at 7.5M, someone else that I'll talk about in this category is also 7.7 million. Kuna mse mwingine pia kwa the same price range, na kuna mwingine hata kwa lower price. And the next few fixtures, check it. Bowen amekuwa akinipea points ever since I brought him on my wildcard at game week 7. When I brought him at game week 7, he gave me 9 points against Sheffield at home. Let me just bring this here. So you can see he gave me 9 points against Sheffield at home, gave me 2 points against Newcastle at home, then away to Aston Villa 8 points, akablank against Everton, akaperform against Brentford away. Now one thing I noticed about Bowen, he has really good form anytime it's an away game. Anytime it's an away game, he'll play really well. Yet again, they are playing at home, and this fixture that they're going to play right now is against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham ni wabaya. Ukienda stadium ya Arsenal ni wabaya. I said that in the previous video. I said they are the top bottom 10 team. They're one of the best in the bottom 10 kwa table. Arsenal ni wabaya. Say tunaweza una get 2 points of your. But since it's a home game being played at West Ham's, and the next fixture, bro. Next fixture after Nottingham ni Burnley na Crystal Palace. Before that ndio itakuwa Spurs. So for the next 3 game weeks, I think you can get good points if you try to hang on to him, or if you don't have him, you could get him for the same price range. Next person, Fernandes. And as a Man U fan, I'm speaking about this after Champions game against Copenhagen. Niliwachi game jana. It was a heartbreaking game. Again, it was a game where we were playing really well. But tena shida ya Fernandes, I understand. If you had Fernandes, you sold him. I also had him early in the season. I sold him as soon as I got some double-digit figures from him. Play akinipea around 12 points, 13 points, 10 points. Then nimekuwa patient naye, I sell. Go on to the next one. And he got us a win against Fulham last week. He's our penalty taker, yes. Manu needs to play well for Fernandes to give returns. Anytime he will give returns on a normal day, on a good day, itakuwa double digits. So that's why I'm thinking of, I'm thinking Fernandes could be a very good pick. And look, hizo games inakuja si ngumu. But yet again, Manu imekufanya ile stuff, imefika ile point hakuna game rahisi for Manu. At Luton at home, it's not a straightforward fixture. We will concede. That's most likely. Sijui kama tutawachapa 4-1, 3-0. And then against Everton again away. Sijui Manu haina hiyo capacity ya prove that we can be competitive in this way. And you can see there is Newcastle on game week 14. And then Chelsea game week 15. So no, I make this situation any easier. So I think if you're looking at Bruno, you could bank on him for the next 2 game weeks and then dip. Because here Newcastle almost na tunaenda away. Damn! Newcastle fixture ni ngumu. Ni ngumu, alituchapa at home kwa cup. Hii ni Prem. Stani tunaweza kupata kitu at St. James Park. So Fernandes, for his money, if you are trading someone like Maddison, you could get this price point. Umjaribu for these 2 games against Luton at home and then Everton away, and then see what you can conjure. Probably unaweza bank on him time wasea wajui, alafu upate points za maana. And having discussed Fernandes and Bowen, ningetaka tu kuleta a small head-to-head comparison. So I think they're both good candidates. They have different price points. We've seen Bowen is at 7.5, so wameachana na close to 1M. But looking at the season stats, Fernandes has 3 goals against Bowen's 7. But Fernandes has had 2 assists against moja ya Bowen. So I think ase wote wana shine, but Bowen has been having a better time because his team has also been having a better time. If Manu as a whole collection tukicheza better, I think Fernandes is just a byproduct. Yeye na kina Rashia. Napenda Fernandes for the fact that he's on penalty duties. But I'm trying to look at the shots that they've all delivered this season so far, and they're both equal. 32 shots, 15 on target for Fernandes against 14 on target for Bowen. I think these are good. These are good stats. But yet again, ningetaka tuangalie tuseme up the previous seasons. Before we do that, look at the big chances created. Fernandes has created 6, Bowen's 3. Nah, I think Fernandes is a good pick. It's just that Manu is a very unpredictable team and you need to look at many other factors before you can decide on this. Nikiangalia tuseme last season, nimefilter tena ituoneshe za last season because I think wote wamekuwa kicheza full games. Kwanza Manu jo inachezesha Fernandes 90 minutes every game. So look here, last season Fernandes got 8 goals, Bowen got 6 goals, and Fernandes got 8 assists against 5 za Bowen. Currently, as it shows, Bowen is better value for your money. As it also shows, the fixtures aren't bad for West Ham. And if West Ham got a win against Arsenal, I think wanaonesha in some areas they can be really they can be a threat. Na naona kuna bandi kwa hii game week 13. So cashing on them for the next 2 game weeks shouldn't be a very hard decision. Now on to the third player is Mitoma at 6.5 million. Look, he has Sheffield at home for game week 12, then Nottingham game week 13. Okay, ina feel like a hard fixture because after Nottingham ni Chelsea, they feel like hard fixtures because pia again Brighton wako shaky. They're not being solid. They're not being a hard team to beat. You know, I feel like in Prem, if you are a harder team to beat, utapea team stress. Ni kama Wolves si team rahisi kuwapiga. Just because defensively, they are worked up. They are very good defensively. Brighton are not a hard team to beat, so these fixtures could also be tricky. They will concede as usual. But look, Mitoma anacheza home game. Now, as I said, criteria hapa ilikuwa very simple. To make sure someone is getting 90 minutes first. Look at Mitoma. He's been playing 90 minutes. The last 5 games, he's played all 90 minutes. But in those 5 games, they haven't won. And if they can't win, Mitoma won't be on the score sheet. Now, compare that data to the first 5 game weeks. They had the first 6 game weeks, they had 5 wins and 1 loss. Na hiyo staff utaona Mitoma tapata 5 points, 12 points, 5 points, 14. So if they can win, na wakwe a very hard team to beat, I think Mitoma could be just a byproduct. But yeah, just make your own decision. I think easy fixer Simbaya, na for his price point, it could also make sense. And last but not least, it's Martinelli, 7.7M. Bro, nimwachi game ya Sevilla na Arsenal. Bro, Martinelli is a menace. Martinelli, akipata good form, he'll give you points. But you need to bank on him early and get it right. Itahitaji preparation, opportunity na luck ziko inside at the same time. So, he hasn't been performing so far. Yes, katai. He hasn't been performing so far. Hata bei yake hiyo ni kushuka. Hii bei yake ni kushuka. Let me see. Hii bei yake hata najua ni kushuka imeshuka. Ilikuwa 8M. Across the last 11 games, he's had 29 points. No double digit holds. Highest score has been 6 points. Yet they have had wins. Uzuri yake amekuwa akipata playtime. Times hajapata playtime, Trossard has been there. But isn't times pia alikuwa na a bit of an injury. But seeing that he played 90 minutes against Newcastle last weekend, I think this Burnley home game, he could easily provide an assist and a goal if Arsenal do their thing. If Arsenal do their thing, Martinelli atakuwa kwa score sheet. Na ningetaka kubank on him when it's earlier. And when I mean Martinelli, I think also Saka comes into this category. But Saka is already selected by 50% of the managers. So na assume uko na Saka. Pia mimi nilianza na Saka. I sold him at game week 7. I think I'll come to him when his form is much better. But right now I think Martinelli is also a very good pick. Look, they have Burnley at home, Brentford away, then Wolves at home, and then Luton at home. So Arsenal wanakaa tu a good team that you can bank on across the next 4 fixtures. Sindio? So 7.7M, bro, that's a steal. Na starting place yake iko kinda assured. Again, I want us to compare Martinelli's data with Mitoma's across the last 11 game weeks. Mitoma has started 11, Martinelli 9. Mitoma has had 3 goals and 3 assists. At the same time, Martinelli has only had 1 goal and 2 assists. Yeah, on paper inaka bro, Mitoma is a better option. I think history of Martinelli is just that I'm trying to get you to bank on him when it's early before hizo points zikupita, because points zikikupita zinakupitanga. 17 points za Nketiah zikikupita zimekupita, za Ferguson zikikupita zimekupita. Ukikuja kumbai sahi utaziget. Hata za Mbeumo kama utazipata hiyo time ameziget, relax, observe. So I'm saying that the stats aren't bad for these guys. The stats aren't bad, but yet again nakujanga hapa kwa team play, naona assists na big chances created, Mitoma is kinda getting more than Martinelli at this stage of the game. So all the stats, they kinda defend Mitoma kama ni compare the two. But I'd also like to look at last season 22-2023. No, last season manze, Mitoma had 7 goals and 5 assists. Martinelli had 15 goals and 5 assists. 15 goals, doubles a Mitoma. naona ndio maana bei yake ni 7.7M. When he's on form, he's on form. When Rashford is on form, he'll give you points. So in ile story ya kugamble na kuangalia na ku make optics, it's all about looking at the optics and trying to bank on players early enough. Catch the early bird and you're sorted for life. Sindio? So those are the players that I wanted us to discuss in this video. Tomorrow I'll record another video for my final team selection, because pia mimi nangoja games za leo za Europa zichezwe, za Conference League zichezwe, nijue ni nani ako fit, nijue kama na transfer out Bowen or if he'll be on the bench. But yeah, that's it. I hope you did enjoy this video as much as I did prepping it for you. DJ Live FPL, check it. Let's see you on the next video. Kwani ni kesho.
Ay, BTL drop, Radika Ruka. I gave her Kichoika Ruka. She gave me inside the Uber. Liambaga was sitting at date nikamruka. Put on my dip when I was a peruka. Kama tumnyambo, I be with my shooter. She is a soldier, she is a trooper. The way that she stay with my stick, ndani ya nyumba. BTL drop.